Councilmember Hines here with another edition of the Mailbag. Before I get started, I wanted to take a moment to give one more shout out for Litter Free 253 this Saturday. This wonderful volunteer-led and run event is a great chance to come out and help keep Tacoma beautiful, one street, one park, and one neighborhood at a time. I hope you'll join. Now on to this week's letter. This week's letter is from Jamie. Dear Councilmember Hines, I listened to the Planning Commission and submitted my comments on Home in Tacoma. What's next? Great question, Jamie. The past few weeks, emails about Home in Tacoma have been flowing into me. Thank you to all of you that have been sharing your thoughts about the proposals. I have been reading all the comments very closely, and I listened into the testimony at the Planning Commission meeting last week. I want to take a few moments to explain the next steps in the process and how you can continue to engage. At this time, the Planning Commission will take into consideration all the comments they've received and then advance a proposal to the City Council for our consideration. This could be either the evolving housing scenario, the transform scenario, or something different based on public testimony and comments. This would then come before the Council in June, and we are then able to make changes and amendments before any of the scenarios are adopted. This is just the first phase of Home in Tacoma, where the Council determines the overall housing growth vision and policy updates. Once that is determined, the Council will begin to dive into the zoning and code changes and address many of the issues of concern for many of you: design, green space and tree cover, and impacts on city services. This is an important conversation, one that I wish we were having in person, and I hope that you will continue to be engaged in the months ahead. Please feel free to continue to share your thoughts with me. On that note, one thing I've been asking many of the residents who reach out to me is any of their thoughts about how do we allow more housing in Tacoma. I understand your concerns with Home in Tacoma as currently proposed, and I'm certain we will discuss them as a council, but I would be curious to know any of your thoughts on what you would like to see in the years ahead. Again, thank you for your letter, Jamie, and thank you all for subscribing to my newsletter. Please encourage your neighbors to also subscribe. Also, if you'd like your question answered in the mailbag, please email me and include mailbag in the subject line. Thank you. And if you've ever been wondering what's behind me, it's a dragon eating a taco that says Tacoma that was done by my in-house artist, my 7-year-old, John Hines. Thank you, and have a wonderful night.